If you're wanting to balance your sacral chakra, then crystals can be a really powerful tool to help you on this journey. Specifically for the sacral chakra, we're looking at orange crystals. However, are all orange crystals the same? Definitely not. And in this video, we're going to explore which may be the best orange crystal for you to work with to find that peace, balance, and harmony in that energy center known as the sacral chakra. Hello, I'm Barralet and welcome to this Crystal Connections video where we're looking at different crystals that you can use that will help to bring balance back to the sacral chakra. Now, before we dive into the actual crystals, let's look at this energy center. It is, first of all, an energy center and it will ebb and flow. Sometimes it may be overactive, sometimes it may be underactive. Now, it's connected to the reproductive system on both women and men. Now, when we think about the reproductive system, what do we use the reproductive system for? Two main things, creativity and pleasure. And that's the two main things that the sacral chakra governs. In fact, it also governs intimacy, which we also associate with that reproductive system as well. Now, when I say intimacy, it's not just sexual intimacy. It's about becoming close to people around you. It's talking about things beyond just the weather and what you did on the weekend and really opening up and getting to know people and how we actually play that with our personal boundaries as well. Now, when it's overactive, what happens is we tend to rely on other people and kind of give too much. We overstep boundaries. We may also require or use other things to bring us that pleasure and to bring us that intimacy. It may be people, it may be some kind of addiction, it can be shopping, it can be drinking, it can be drugs, it can be social media, gambling, all those different things, seeking pleasure outside of yourself. But when it's underactive, the sacral chakra, we often can't find pleasure at all. And what tends to happen is we tend to put our needs behind everyone else's. We lack creativity because we don't give ourselves permission to be free and authentic and open up in front of other people and even for ourselves as well. So what we want to do is we want to get the sacral chakra nice and balanced, visualizing that beautiful glowing orange color, that most perfect orange that you can conceptualize. And as you do that, you are able to form healthy relationships where you can open up and share a little bit of yourself, and kind of like a tennis match where you open up a little bit, they open up a little bit. There's equal sharing in that way. And as you start to feel comfortable around other people, you also will find that your creativity will flow as well. So let's dive in and look at which crystals could be best for you in balancing your sacral chakra. First of all, let's look at if you have an underactive sacral chakra, therefore you don't really feel comfortable around other people. Maybe you become a bit of a loner, you have creative blocks and you just don't feel that creativity flowing through your veins. Well, what we want to do is we want to fire that energy center up, and a really beautiful crystal to do that is Carnelian. Hopefully you can kind of see, this is one of my favorite pieces of Carnelian. It almost looks like it has red veins going through it. And that's really the energy of Carnelian. It is a crystal of fertility, it is a crystal of vitality, and it is a crystal of creativity. It surges up, did I say creativity twice? Vitality, fertility, creativity. Anyway, it really brings that kind of vibration and that orange fiery energy into that sacral chakra. It allows you to overcome negative emotions that may actually cause that sacral chakra to be underactive. Now, one of the main ones is guilt. And I find especially mothers and women often will feel this guilt of how dare I do something that I enjoy myself or is pleasurable to me when I've got to look after the kids and a partner and family and other people in the community as well. But this is about filling up your own cup and having a life that is abundant and fulfilling for you. And keeping Carnelian near you, meditating with it, wearing it, and even placing it on the sacral chakra when you can will really help to unlock those different things that are holding you back from living that creative and pleasurable life. So what happens if you're on the other side of the fence and you are a bit of a pleasure-seeking machine? This is an overactive energy center and we need to tone it down. Well, that's where I love, not actually a crystal, but belongs in the gemstone family, amber. Amber is used for soothing. We love it for teething of young children. It's really great for inflammation of any part of the body, but especially for the skin if you get eczema or psoriasis or something like that. But it also helps to soothe the sacral chakra when there's too much energy there. We will actually grid amber around different places to get rid of toxic energy. So just think of amber as this ability to take away all this really kind of overly fiery energy. Now, you've probably met someone before with an overactive sacral chakra. They're the person that you've just met them at the party, and the first 5 minutes they've already told you about how their ex-husband's a jerk, their kids don't talk to them anymore, their boss is picking on them, and they've shown you this rash on their inner thigh, and you're like, sorry, what was your name again? They feel overly comfortable with other people, and they don't kind of respect those kind of boundaries when it comes to intimacy and getting to know someone. That's when we need to soothe that down. Again, as I said before, if you are seeking pleasure outside of yourself and you don't feel that sense of contentment and creativity and all those different words that I've been using residing within you, and you need to kind of rely on other things to give you a dopamine hit, then amber could be really, really great for you. Placing it again on that sacral chakra or around your space, its soothing energy will really help you to just realize that pleasure doesn't always have to be chased, and that a lot of the time you are trying to fill a hole within us, that it doesn't matter how much you buy or how much you gamble or how long you spend on social media, you're just not going to fill that hole. Working with amber helps to ignite our life force, and thus it will help with the sacral chakra in feeling more nourished in who you are, and basically the simple pleasures in life will fulfill you more than any of the artificial or superficial ones that never seem to kind of totally fill that hole of craving. So let's talk a little bit about Sunstone. It's a beautiful crystal that brings out this real radiance. And what I really love about Sunstone is it can help us with that intimacy side of relationships and the sacral chakra, and helping us to kind of have really truly fulfilling relationships. Now, I remember once when I was teaching an 8-week course, each week I'd ask everyone to take home a certain crystal from the shop and they'd keep it with them for the week. And as we went around the room the week later and said, how was everyone's week? Everyone was feeling sunshiny and happy and different things like that. Really what you would expect from a sunstone and its vibrant energy. However, a couple of people in the group said, oh, they had a tough week or a challenging week. And so we dug a little bit deeper because they were kind of standing out in the crowd of being very different and having a different experience with their sunstone. Now, all the people that had a bad week seemed to have a bad week because of someone close to them. They were having an argument with their spouse, their kids were playing up, or maybe, their mother-in-law was causing grief in the whole bigger scheme of the family. And what we found and what we discovered as we talked through this is that Sunstone will help to bring issues up to the up to the surface, I should say, rather than sweeping them under the rug. Instead of just pretending that everything's okay and you're really happy in that closer family union or even with your friends, it'll make you deal with those things, because then you can experience authentic happiness. So if you feel that you want to have truer connection with those that you are close to and bring that through the sacral chakra, bring in Sunstone. Not only that, but because of its happy, radiant, joyous energy, it really will allow you to feel more creative, to be able to express yourself, and to actually ask for what makes you feel good. This can be a great one to bring into the bedroom if you're a little bit shy and feel that you just have to please your partner, because remember, the sacral chakra is our sexual chakra as well. So if you want to have more fulfilling, intimate relationships with the family or with your spouse, and you want it to be authentic, then Sunstone could be the right crystal for your sacral chakra. The fun of the sacral chakra is we can really play with opposites. Now, I just spoke about Sunstone, obviously connected to the sun. But normally in astrology, when we link astrology and the chakras, the sacral chakra is connected to the moon. We can also use peach moonstone for helping with our sacral chakra. Now, obviously, when we're working with a peach moonstone, it's a lot more gentle, it's a lot more soft. Whereas I guess Sunstone is about all those kind of happy relationships and those kind of, our parents and our children and that. When we do want those real kind of opening up and bearing our soul kind of relationships, peach moonstone helps with that. This is going to be a really great one if there is a lack of connection, a lack of intimacy, a lack of pleasure between you and your spouse or partner. It's also going to be really great if you want to get really close with friends or other people that we might see as our soulmates or, soul companions, twin flames, whatever term you want to use. This really helps that nourishing and that nurturing. Now, if you find it scary, maybe you experience social anxiety or just feel that people don't want to get to know you, or you're a boring person, or have any of that negative self-talk, this gentle, soft energy is a really beautiful approach. So when we do want to strengthen our relationships and that intimacy with other people and open up, we can take two approaches. We can either go the radiant, shiny, out there, upfront, abrupt Sunstone, or the gentle, soft, nurturing of Peach Moonstone. Both can be effective, but which one resonates most with you? Sometimes it can be someone else around us who has an overactive sacral chakra, and they just drain our energy and cause us to retreat and shut down our sacral chakra. Maybe you're a bit of an empath, and whenever you're around too many other people, you can't be who you truly are, can't express your creativity, and can't ask for what you actually desire in your life. If that's the case, then I would work with orange kyanite. Orange kyanite, as are all the kyanites, work like spiritual barbed wire and help to fend off too much energy from other people that might disrupt your own. As an empath, if you tend to get gut feelings and feel something in your gut, I would recommend this to be a really great crystal to keep in your pocket at all times, and to kind of make sure that you're not taking on too many people's energy and it's having a draining effect on you. Because it kind of puts that force field around you, it will allow you to feel more comfortable and not overwhelmed. This will then allow you to stand up for yourself, to make sure you get what's fair in a group environment, and also allow creative blocks to just kind of disappear and dissipate, so you can truly be who you are because you feel comfortable claiming your space in the group or the environment that you're in. So if you're finding that other people's overwhelming energy is impacting the sacral chakra and you want to kind of reassert your position, then kyanite can be absolutely great. So those are 5 of my favorite orange crystals for the sacral chakra. Every orange crystal is really great for the sacral chakra in one way or another. It was really hard actually just picking these. I could have chosen peach selenite, which is a really great one for cleansing excess energy also from the sacral chakra. Or another one I really like is ibis jasper. Ibis jasper helps us knit things together and bring healing when we've gone through really traumatic experiences. And because this is about intimate relationships, if there's been any kind of sexual abuse or assault or breakings of trust to do with that intimacy, then ibis jasper is a really great one to work with as well. Of course, you can find ibis jasper and many other orange crystals. Zincite really fires up the libido. There's so many. All those videos go surfing through my channel, and we've done a deep dive into each of them. But I'd love to know, was there one crystal that I spoke about that you think is best for your sacral chakra? Or do you have another one that you really, really love as well? Now, if you're wondering where your sacral chakra is at, make sure you check out my video on using a pendulum to test your chakras. And that way you can work out if it's overactive, underactive, or balanced. Until next time, take care and blessed be.